Hi guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the haul of things that Eric and I won at the auction. So this would have been from the last auction footage you saw with all of the fairy lamps. This was a really exciting auction for me because I love fairy lamps. I have a little bit of a collection myself. I did end up winning a lot. I obviously did not win all of them because that is humanly impossible since I am a reseller. If I were a collector, that probably would have been a different story. But as you saw in the video, there was a lot of Fenton. There were other Fenton pieces as well, not just fairy lamps, but this lady obviously had a ton of fairy lamps in all different colors, all different shapes, all different makers. So I did win a lot of fairy lamps, plus I won a couple other things that I was interested in. So my grand total that I spent at this auction was $532, which is a very expensive purchase, but all of these items are currently listed, and between everything that has sold already, which there has been a couple pieces that did go already, and between what has bids and at current bid prices that they are at, I already made or will already make my money back, and then after that it'll be all profit, and there's still a ton of stuff, so that's exciting. And plus the auctions aren't over, so there's always a chance that, you know, things will go a little higher than, you know, what their current bids are. So I'm gonna go through everything. This is probably gonna be a long video. If you don't like fairy lamps, you probably aren't gonna like this video very much because it is mainly fairy lamps, but like I said, there is a couple other things. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do it quickly, but it is a little hard because I can only bring in so many pieces, and I'm trying to be super careful so like nothing happens to anything before, you know, the auctions end and these items get shipped out. So we're just gonna start in with it. I'll let you guys know if anything has already sold, and if it does have bids, what the current bid is for it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with like down my list here. So the first one that I have is this guy here. So all of the first pieces that I'll be sharing with you are the Fenton pieces. So this one is Fenton. It's got a white satin shade. It is hand painted with a little floral butterfly, and all the hand painted pieces do have the signature of the person who made it, and a lot of these pieces also still have their original stickers as well. And then this is the bottom base, which just has a really pretty iridescent kind of look to it. So this one here I put up as a buy it now for $59.99. So far, no bids on that, but a lot of these do have a lot of watchers as well. This next one here actually has the most watchers so far of all of the fairy lamps that I listed. So again, this one is a Fenton piece, again hand painted. This one is blue with hand painted flowers, again with the sticker, and signed by the artist on the inside. The top is kind of like a blue cased glass, and then the base is just a blue base there, but very, very pretty. I love this one. I feel like other people do as well. So this one here has 25 watchers, and I put this up at the same price as a $59.99 buy it now. As far as coming up with the prices for my buy it nows, I went with either exact ones that have been listed and sold, or, you know, I went with similar ones that have sold. So I think that one will go, just, you know, waiting for that one person to just, you know, hit that button. Okay, so next thing we have, Eric picked this. They had a tray of all of the little Fenton shoes, and you could have choice off the tray. And the shoes really, the Fenton shoes, I don't feel like are really worth a whole heck of a lot. They're so pretty, but the resale value on them isn't the greatest in my opinion. So when they brought the tray over, Eric wanted this one. And this one is like a purple, almost like carnival glass. It has a really pretty sheen to it. Nice iridescent look. Again with the sticker. So he chose this one. We paid $3 for this. So it was choice off the tray, $3 a piece. So he nabbed this one for $3. And this one's listed as a buy it now for $19.99. So he grabbed that one. I wasn't planning on grabbing one, but this guy spoke to me so much. So this one is a black one. And look at the hand-painted flowers on it. They're orange. So black and orange, my mind was like, oh my gosh, Halloween decoration. This looks like a witchy boot, like a Halloween witch boot, basically, is what I saw when I looked at this. So I grabbed this one at $3. It does have the signature of who painted it on the bottom. The sticker looks like it came off and they like taped it back on. Now, this one I'm keeping. Like I said, it spoke to me and I want to put it with my Halloween decorations. So I'm going to hang on to this guy. I feel like this one I might have gotten a little bit more for it than, you know, the other one. Just because I could easily, well, one, it's hand painted, and two, it could easily be marketed as, you know, Halloween decor or something like that, because it looks like a Halloween witch boot in my opinion. So I paid $3 for that, but it is not listed. Okay, this next guy, oh, this one is so pretty. This one is a green. I love the shape of this. So this one is like a green satin, again, hand painted. I don't know if this one has the Fenton sticker on it anymore, but the top looks like this. There are hand painted flowers all over it, and it kind of has like a vine type look to the glass. And then again, the bottom is signed with the signature of who painted it. So again, Fenton piece here. I listed this one on auction because there weren't any exactly like it listed or sold. So I put this one up on auction at the same starting price of $59.99, and it currently is at a bid of $68. So it definitely has a lot of people interested in it, and that doesn't surprise me because the color of it is gorgeous and it's just a really unique shape. So I won that one. I don't have the price down for like each individual thing for a lot of the fairy lamps because some of it was by choice, and on my paper, like, you know, I just kind of added up everything all together. Now, if it comes to a piece that I bought like individually and know the individual price, I will let you guys know what I paid for it. This next one is really pretty as well. So it's a little more basic, but look at the color of this. This one, again, Fenton still has the sticker, and this one's in a really pretty like seafoam green with this ribbed design. And I know it's probably hard to tell, but down some of the ribs, there are like little flowers embossed in the glass. So just a really pretty piece there. So this one, I listed up on auction again with the starting price of $59.99, and it does currently have one bid. Okay, this next one looks like this. So again, hand painted, cased glass. It's got a little bit of a ruffle detail there on the top. Still has the Fenton sticker. Now, this one here isn't 100% complete. You could easily, this is a Fenton piece, it does go with it, but this would have had a base. Like this is, what's the word I'm looking for, is actually like the middle piece to the fairy lamp, and then it would have had a base underneath. Now, you could easily use this piece as the base, like as is, but like I said, it's not complete. Now, I did just see someone sold just this piece here. Let me see. I forget what the auction ended at because I was following it because I was curious. Someone sold just this piece here for $61 is what it ended at, because people, you know, pieces of fairy lamps break and they're just looking for certain pieces. So $61 someone sold just this piece for. And I have this whole set listed on auction for $59.99. So if it doesn't get a bid, I may just go ahead and do the same thing and list this separately, and then I'll list this part separately as well. So if someone is just looking for a new lid to a fairy lamp, because these can fit onto other bases, like you can mix and match stuff. Like they're obviously not all the same size, but you can mix and match pieces for sure. So this one here, like I said, I put up on auction with a starting price of $59.99. But as I stated, if it doesn't get a bid, I may just list that middle piece separately, because if I could get $61 just for that, that would be awesome. So, got that. This next one did sell, and I will post a picture up of it. This one was a little hobnail Fenton fairy lamp, and this was like an orangish Amberina color. There was damage to this fairy lamp. I listed it as a buy it now for $19.99, and it did sell. I'm pretty sure that actually also went to a subscriber. So I did get a lot of like hobnail ones, and we will get to those. This next piece is a Fenton piece, but it's not a fairy lamp. It's just this really pretty like custard glass angel, and she is hand painted. She's got like a patriotic kind of vibe to her, so good for like 4th of July, and she does have this signature of who painted her in there. So this girl here, I won at a bid of $14 is what I won her for. And I have her listed as a buy it now for $34.99. This next one is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So it looks like this. This one has a blue top with hand painted daisies, and then it has this like ribbed texture down the sides, and it's on like a milk glass kind of bottom with daisies around it. So again, signed inside since it is hand painted. This one here I have listed as a buy it now, same price, $59.99. So got that one. That was one that I would have loved to have kept, basically. This one, oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. I paid up for this one because it's worth a lot more. This one is what they call it's called pineapple, because it kind of looks like a pineapple, like a heart with like a pineapple type shape. This one is like a blue kind of carnival iridescent glass. It does have the sticker, and this one was a special one for their 95th, I guess, anniversary, basically. So it's a much like it's tall. It's really large. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful coloring on that. I love this one. This I did pay $40 for. And I listed this one up as a buy it now for $125. These ones are definitely worth more money, these pineapple ones. So got that. Would have loved to kept that one too. Let's see. This next pair, this is a pair. I listed these together. These are Fenton green. These are green hobnail fairy lamps. So there is 2 of them that are matching, and they're like a muted green, almost like avocado green. They're not like a real dark green. So I did list these up as a pair for I put them on auction with a starting price of $59.99, and they currently are at a bid for $60.99. So these would be really nice as well for like Christmas, since they are green. So those went up as a pair. I also have this red hobnail Fenton fairy lamp. So this one does have a little bit of like an orangey yellow tint to it, but it's predominantly red, which is nice. So again, would look really pretty for like Christmas decorating. This one I listed up on auction with a starting price of $29.99, and it does currently have one bid. All right, I'm throwing this guy in the mix just because I'm going down my list. I got this green diamond, this is Viking glass, and it's not like large, but it's definitely bigger than some of these other ones that I've been showing. So nice green Viking glass fairy lamp. This one I put on auction with a starting price of $39.99. So get him out of the way. The rest here will be Fenton. Okay, so here's another Fenton hobnail. This one has that really pretty satin green colored glass to it. Really, really nice. And a lot of these, like I said, still have a sticker, and that looks like a really old Fenton sticker to me. So this one here I put up as a buy it now for $49.99. This one would be good for Halloween as well, just because it has that kind of just fun, I don't know, it reminds me of like Halloween for some reason. I am so in the mood. I decorated for Halloween the other day and just absolutely love it. Okay, so next we have a Fenton Bud Vase. Looks like this. Really pretty, like pinky purple color, and it's just like a swung vase, and then it has these cabbage roses on the bottom here. I paid just $2 for this vase. And I listed this as a buy it now for $39.99. Right, next item already sold. This is another Fenton vase. This one was black, hand painted, little like crimped vase. That's I paid $12 for, and that sold as a buy it now for $39.99. This next piece is just a piece to a fairy lamp. This is a Fenton Shade. So it is missing the bottom. It would have had like a pedestal style bottom to it. I don't know if maybe, you know, the original owner broke that piece at some point and only just had the shade. But like I said, you know, people end up breaking stuff, and if they broke their shade and is looking for a replacement, then, you know, people do sell just parts to fairy lamps. So I did list this by itself. So it's just a really nice, like, opal colored shade. It is hand painted with this pretty floral design, and it is signed on the inside with the sticker. So this I listed on auction with a starting price of $29.99. Okay, this next set is a white hobnail set. This is a pair. Now, one of these I won at the auction. The other one I purchased at a yard sale. So... but I decided to put them together since they matched and I had both of them on hand. I did pay $8 for the one at a yard sale. So I listed these, like I said, together. I put them on auction with a starting price of $49.99. So they're just white milk glass Fenton fairy lamps. The next Fenton piece I have, the lady had this plastic Fenton sign in her hutch, just with all of her Fenton pieces. So it's just like a nice thing to keep with your collection, one, or two, if you have like an antique booth and you sell a lot of Fenton pieces, I think this would be pretty cool to just, you know, have sitting with in amongst all of your Fenton pieces, just, you know, catches people's eye, like, ooh, these pieces are Fenton kind of thing. So nobody wanted this. If you ever come across the Fenton signs that are made of glass, they're worth buku money. But this one's just like a little plastic sign. It has like a foot thing that comes out here. But nobody wanted it. I think I probably paid like $1 or $2 at most for this. I put it up on auction with a starting price of $29.99. I didn't see any that looked like this in completeds or sold, so I wasn't quite sure what to go by. And since it was made of plastic, I just didn't think it would be as desirable. But it currently has a bid of $46.99. So I'm curious to see where that will go. Whoever is looking for, you know, a Fenton sign for either their collection or, like I said, maybe an antique booth. Okay, this next piece, I went through all of the Fenton, so everything that you'll see from here on out is other things beside Fenton. So this fairy lamp is so cool, so unique. This one is called a Moby Dick fairy lamp, and it has the whale embossed in the glass here with the ship, boat, and then on the base it's like anchors and stars. It just has like a really nautical look to it. So cool. This is so cool. I absolutely love it. This one here I put up on auction with a starting price of $39.99, and it currently does have one bid. Alright guys, so I have to stop my filming after I'm done with a load to move it away and bring out more. So if like I come back on and things look a little bit different, that's why. So back into where we left off. So the rest of these are going to be fairy lamps and then other stuff that I won at the auction, but no more Fenton pieces. So this first one here, this fairy lamp, is by Westmoreland. It does still have its sticker here on the base. This one, again, beautiful fall coloring, Halloween coloring. I wanted to keep this one as well. It's got a black pedestal vase. Yeah, a black pedestal base, just matte black, and then the shade is kind of like that Amberina. It's orange, but with like yellow tones to it as well. So really, really pretty piece here. I paid $9 for this one, and I listed this one on auction with a starting price of $49.99. So this next one is an Indiana glass. I absolutely loved the color of this. I thought it was really unique. I've never seen a star and bar Indiana fairy lamp that was this color, like out in the wild. It's just a really pretty, like, dusky blue is how I would describe it. Absolutely gorgeous. I wish there were two of them, but it was just one. I did pay $12.50 for this one, and I put it up as a buy it now for $49.99. Alright, this one here is another, like, really harder to come by color. Now this one is an L.E. Smith Moon and Stars pattern fairy lamp. Absolutely gorgeous blue. I mean, look at that coloring. It is so pretty. Ugh. I did pay up for this one because it is a harder to find color. I did pay $40 for this, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $89.99. So if you would ever come across this color, definitely pick it up because it is a harder to come by color. So, you know, more desirable. These next two are also L.E. Smith Moon and Stars. These were a pair of green ones. Now, you guys know I'm like desperately trying to find a pair of red fairy lamps because I want them for my Christmas decorating. And anytime I come across the red stars and bars Indiana glass fairy lamps, they have that like flash, I think they call it like flash painting. So when you find them, the red on them is all kind of like chipping off and stuff like that. It's like so hard to find, you know, a fairy lamp like that that's in, you know, beautiful, like new condition basically. So I've just been desperately trying to find a red pair and cannot find a nice red pair. So I saw these. They're not red, but they're green, perfect for Christmas, and it was a pair. I like really want a pair. So I bought these for myself. I paid $30 for them as the set, and I am keeping them for now. If I ever come across a red set that, you know, I really would rather have, then I might, you know, consider listing these. But as of now, they are going to be part of my Christmas decorating. Okay, next guy we have here is this amber colored round kind of cubey fairy lamp. This is by Indiana, and just looks like this. So again, perfect fall color. The amber colored ones are great for fall decorating. This one here I put up as a buy it now for $22.99. Okay, this next one is so pretty. So this next one is a ruby red Bohemian Czech glass fairy lamp. I paid $13 for this lamp, and I have it on auction with a starting price of $39.99. When I first purchased this, I didn't think that these like really went together. Like, I just feel like it's kind of odd looking. I feel like the lamp should be ever so slightly larger, like this top portion. But looking at other fairy lamps that are currently listed that look exactly like this, it's how it's supposed to be. But I just thought it was a little weird. Like, I didn't think they went together at first, but they do. So I listed that, what did I say, at $39.99. This next one is like a, I'd say like a no-name brand. It's just it's still really pretty. It's a satin glass, and it has these flowers on. The flowers aren't hand painted. They're almost like a transfer, I guess you'd call it. Still really pretty nonetheless, but I don't think it's really like made by anyone kind of thing. This one here I have listed as a buy it now for $19.99. Next fairy lamp already sold. This one was clear, and it had a whole bunch of like hobnails on it. They actually refer to this style with all of these hobnails. They're called the Thousand Eyes. Thousand Eyes is what they're referred to as. I listed that up as a buy it now for $19.99, and it did already sell. I actually have one more of those that's in my collection that I may end up listing at some point. Mine still has the original box that it was in, so I might end up selling that at some point. Next we have an amber Moon and Stars fairy lamp. So this is by Ellie Smith. So it just looks like this. Again, perfect color for fall. This one here I have up as a buy it now for $29.99. Okay, this next one was really cool. So this one is actually by Ellie Smith as well. This thing is so heavy. This is probably the heaviest fairy lamp out of all the fairy lamps that I purchased. It's clear, and it's shaped like a pagoda, like an Asian style pagoda. It's really pretty, really unique. I think in the video, I thought it was a birdhouse at first, like to look like a birdhouse. Michelle. Anyway, really awesome, unique piece, and so, like I said, heavy. It's insane. This one here I have listed as a buy it now for $69.99. Again, these Ellie Smith Pagoda ones are, you know, a little more harder to come by kind of thing. So, more desirable. Okay, I got another Viking. So this looks just like the one I showed earlier that was green with the diamond point. This one is amber. So this one here I have listed as a buy it now for $39.99. All right, and I got this guy, and I fell in love with this. I love the hens on nests. My mom used to collect them, so I kept one from her collection, my favorite one, and it's a purple and white slag glass hen. This one here, I kind of wanted to keep for myself just because I love it so much, but this one is rare. This is a very hard to find hen on nest, and when I saw it, I was like, wow, I have never seen a black, like jet black hen on a nest. In the video, I don't know if I was recording at that point, but I told Eric to shine his flashlight on it because I was kind of convinced myself that it was just like a really dark, maybe purple color, but it was just hard to see. But this thing is straight jet solid black hen on the nest, and this one is by Westmoreland. When I looked this up, it is very rare, very hard to find. One had sold for $132. I paid $60 for this hen just because I knew it was something special, and you know, if it would happen to not sell for my asking price and I'm just like hanging on to it year after year, like it's not gonna hurt my feelings if I get to keep him. So I did list him I listed him on auction because there's none currently listed. At a starting price of $139.99, so a little more than the last one that sold. But since there's none other listed, and since it's so harder to come by, I thought that was still a fair price. So if anyone like collects these hens and they're looking for a black one, you know, mine will be the only, you know, one. So just really awesome. I mean, jet black hen. So like I said, I paid $60 for him. All right, we're back with some more. So here we have a pair. I listed these as a pair because they're the same. These things are really large. I actually sold a pair of these before. These are Homco fairy lamps. They are clear, kind of have like a cubed type look to them, just very, very large. So I listed these as the pair for a buy it now of $39.99. This next set I won. This is a vintage anchor hocking, kind of like range set, I guess is what they would have originally called these. So this is a grease jar that you would put empty your grease in. And then it came with a matching set of salt and pepper shakers, and these are really large. They're like a thick white glass with their stoppers. So I won these for $20. I paid for the set, which included the grease jar, and that I put up on auction with a starting price of $59.99. I have another set, and this came with a clear ribbed glass canister. Now these are by sellers. They're like Hoosier sets. So it came with the canister, and then it also came with the matching salt and pepper shakers. So this set here, I didn't write down what I paid for this one. Anyway, I apologize for that, but I put it up on auction with a starting price of $59.99, and it currently does have one bid. There's a couple watchers on that set. All right, I got another Homco fairy lamp. This one is kind of like a ribbed design is how I would describe that. So it was just one, and it is by Homco. This one I listed for a buy it now of $19.99. Eric's bringing me home some sushi. Okay, next I have another set of those sellers canister and salt and pepper shakers. These ones are more rare, harder to find. The other ones were clear. These are like a milky white color. They actually call this, they refer to it as clam broth. So these ones are harder to find. So again, it came with the canister, and the matching salt and pepper shakers. So these ones I won for $25, and I put these up on auction with a starting price of $79.99, and they currently do have a bid. I have seen this set go for upwards of $100, so I'm hoping that, you know, it does go up in price, but I didn't pay much for it. For whatever reason, no one was really interested in those, but that is a harder to find set. All right, this next fairy lamp is a Ellie Smith Moon and Stars. This one has an amber top with a clear kind of pedestal base. It has a clear pedestal base and then the moon and star shade amber. So very pretty, unique. I never really saw those before. That I have listed for... I listed that on auction with a starting price of $49.99. So those ones are a little harder to find, hence why I never really see them. This next one is by Partylite. It's clear with a bit of a diamond kind of look to the glass. And it is a pedestal style fairy lamp. And it is by Partylite. There's like a little Partylite sticker on the bottom. This one I listed as a buy it now for $19.99. This next one is by Westmoreland. It is stamped on the bottom of the pedestal with the Westmoreland logo. The top is a blue satin shade, and then the bottom is like a white milk glass. So that's a pretty color combination. I really like the look of that one. That one I had listed for a buy it now of $35.99. All right, so I think I am at the end here. So the rest of this stuff will be the rest of the items, and then we are done. This was just a random piece that was in a box lot of some other stuff. This is just like a pottery mug, really nice mug. It does have a signature here on the side. So I got this. I put this up on auction with a starting price of $19.99. All right, I did end up winning the Shawnee. This is by Shawnee Pottery. The Winking Owl cookie jar. He is so stinking cute. I absolutely love him. And he did come with his matching salt and pepper shakers. The one does have the cork, but the cork is kind of like loose, like it flies back up in there pretty easily. And the other one is missing the cork. So I won that set for $25, and I put him up as a buy it now for $99.99. I have seen them sell higher than that, and I have seen them sell for a little lower, but not all of them come with the salt and pepper shakers either. So he is with his salt and pepper shakers. Okay, this next fairy lamp kind of looks like this is by Homco as well. So this kind of looks like the other Homco pair that you saw, except it's a different pattern. The other one was more like cubes, like a honeycomb, and this one has more of like a just cut glass type of look to it. And this one I listed up as a buy it now for $14.99. All right, so this little guy is by Indiana Glass, and it has kind of like a diamond look to it. I like the shape of this one. I think this one's really pretty. I did list this one as a buy it now for $19.99. Okay, I got this little guy. This is just a little small satin fairy lamp. Just a little eensy beensy teensy little thing. Again, no like name brand on this. I don't even know if it had a marking of, I feel like it says made in Taiwan. So just kind of like a no name brand. That I have listed as a buy it now for $9.99. I got this clear Indiana round fairy lamp. So this looks like the amber one, except it's clear. And I put this up as a buy it now for $19.99. And then the next couple items, again, were from like box lots. They were just random pieces. The first one is a Roseville crock. So it is marked on the bottom. This does have some issues. When I was looking these up, it seemed like people had these labeled as dog food bowls. I don't know if that's what this one was used for or not. I mean, there is some like staining on the inside. But yeah, I don't know what it was originally used for. But there is some like cracks in the glass. So I didn't know whether or not to, like, I hate throwing stuff away just because, you know, you never know if someone is going to want something or not. But I debated on it just because, you know, I didn't know if anyone would want it. I put it up as a buy it now for $12.99. This little mug here, I thought this was so cute. I'm pretty sure somebody hand painted this little primitive painting on the front of this mug. It's got a little sheep with a sunflower and a crow. It's a nice mug, little brown mug, pretty good for like chili or something like that. But it does have someone's name on the bottom. I'm guessing it's the person who painted it. I listed that as a buy it now for $12.99. And these guys here, this was a set of 4. Again, these were just like in a box lot of just random stuff. A set of 4 of these stacking plastic bowls. These are by a company called Prolon. So these would have been like back in school when you had your lunch tray. These would have gone on your lunch tray with like, you know, your little bowl, like your little dish of fruit or pudding and stuff like that. So kind of like cafeteria style bowls. But you could use these just, you know, as just to like put like ingredients in, like when you're baking something and stuff like that. Or even just put your own pudding and fruit in them. So these I have listed as the set for a buy it now of $12.99. So that is everything for this haul. It was a lot of stuff to go through. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You'll have to let me know what you thought down in the comments. Definitely, I just, you know, what are the chances of coming across an estate sale that's like so many fairy lamps? Like, I was just in heaven that day. But yeah, I love auctions, don't get me wrong. They're so much fun, but I definitely feel like it's getting way more expensive than what it used to. I actually had stopped going for a little while. Well, when we had gotten sick, we had stopped going for like 2 weeks. And then, you know, other times I'll just like go in and I'll put in like my left bids, so you don't have to be there when the auction is going on. Like, they'll bid on stuff for you basically. So one week I bid on some stuff, and one of which was a mug. It was a pottery mug. It was, you know, a pretty rare piece. So, you know, if you knew your pottery, you would know that it was worth a decent amount. But, you know, if you didn't know, then it could potentially fly under the radar. Anyway, I put in a left bid of $400 on that mug, and I lost. Like, somebody paid more than $400 for the mug. So I lost that. And then the week after, I put in some other left bids, and there was a DVD VCR kind of recorder combo. It was brand new in the box. They were selling really high. So again, if you knew this, you could figure that out, kind of thing. But if not, it could potentially fly under the radar. So I put in a left bid of $300 on that DVD VHS recorder, and I didn't win it. So someone paid more than $300 for that. So it's kind of getting a little bit insane, the prices people are paying. Like, obviously, if people just want the stuff for their collection, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, as far as reselling goes, you guys know I like to pay as less as I can for something as humanly possible, just because I want the most profit as possible. I mean, that's how I view reselling. You want the most profit as you can get. Otherwise, you're wasting your time, basically. So it's disheartening, like going to a yard sale and paying like $1 or 50 cents for something, and then going to the auction and having to pay hundreds for something. It's a little meh, you know what I mean? You kind of get that, like, why am I bothering type of thing. Like, I'm just going yard selling. Because, like, and it won't be so as hard, you know, during the winter months when I don't have yard sales to go to. Like, I'll have to go to auctions. But during the summer, like, I get to the point at times where, like, I don't want to go to the auction because I'd rather be out yard selling. I feel like I could spend all day at the auction and barely win anything, or, you know, not win anything at, you know, good prices. Whereas I could be out yard selling and getting a whole bunch of stuff and barely paying $20 all day, or sitting at the auction and spending $500 for the day. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I have a love-hate relationship with auctions. I definitely want to start trying out some ones that I haven't been to yet, just to see if things are different at all, or if, you know, some of them, the prices are better, the buyer's premiums aren't as high, and that kind of thing. Because, you know, I'd say like 99% of people at the auction are resellers. Like, everyone is there to resell. So that really drives up prices of things that, you know, if we were 30 years ago at the auction, we'd probably be paying like hardly anything for stuff. But, you know, everyone's there and everyone's looking up everything, and it gets hard sometimes. But that's with everything. Even at thrift stores and yard sales, you have those people who, you know, are just like frantically trying to like find stuff to resell and stuff like that. But there's enough out there for everyone. You know, I go out every week to yard sales and I still find stuff every week, really good stuff. Just the other day, I found a shirt that's worth a couple $100s, and I paid $1 for it. So it's crazy the things you can still find out there. But that's just kind of my last rambling. I hear Eric is here with my sushi, so I'm gonna get off here and eat me something. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and are having a good day, and I will see you next time.